Hi guys, this is Herbie, and I'm going to be going through a couple more features from ITC Land, the Land Systems modification. The systems I'm going to be going through are these two, the Naval gun and the vertical launch cruise missile system. Now I really like these two, they're my favourite additions so far to ITC Land, and the reason for that is because they both operate as drones, which means that I can operate them from the UAV terminal. The good thing about this is it means that you can have a single person manning your fire support, so you can have a single person who can call in cruise missiles and gunfire, and they can also be controlling their drone, and all they need on them is their UAV terminal, and you can use the packed drones as well to just put it in a backpack, so they can also have a backpack. And it's generally, I find, more superior. I think this is going to be a really good addition for smaller communities, especially communities which want to kind of replicate your kind of special forces or small scale missions. You can use the destroyer as your base, launch from the helicopter bay at the back. You've got a lovely little cargo space where you can gear up in, and you can use it as your fire support. So, to demonstrate the fire support and to kind of teach or show you how to use them, I'm going to be engaging two targets. I'm going to be engaging this, which is a CSAT ammunition depot, which I'm going to engage with the gun, and then I've got a CSAT fuel depot, which I'm going to engage with the cruise missile. So all you need to engage with the cruise missile is the grid reference of the target. So in this case, that grid reference is 21217-14155, and the elevation is 17. If you press Ctrl T, that stabilises your UAV and means that he's not going to start looking at other things while you're controlling the cruise missile. So you do get a little sight with the cruise missile, which enables you to look around, but you don't need to touch it in any way. All you need to do is use ACE Self Interact and Open VLS Interface. And this is your little interface. This is how you fire your cruise missiles. Now, cruise missiles are incredibly simple. You just, firing them is. I'm not sure about the. I think they are literally rocket science. But you type in the grid, you type in the elevation, and give the target a name. You can pick the angle as well. So, do you want the missile coming in at a low angle, a normal angle, or a high angle? And it gives you the degrees. Now, we're going to go for a normal angle. Normal angle is normally what you want for. High angle is predominantly for attacking things in kind of built up terrain, so somewhere where you might not, where if you went in at a normal angle you might hit a building or something in the way, and a low angle is when you want to hit things kind of side on. So you can do an ad hoc launch where you just type things in and click launch, and it will just launch the missile at that target. But what I want to do is I want to be able to refer back to this target. So if I do save to list, then I get under my target list the appropriate target that I've just typed in. If you click on that and click launch selected, it makes a lot of noise. You get some white smoke. You generally won't see it, the actual missile, from the VLS while you're in the controls. But if I go to the data and I speed up, we should be able to hear it come past. There you go. And there's the cruise missile. You can see it in the right hand side of the screen, and it will be coming in to the top of the screen here and destroying the target. It's literally as simple as that. You get a nice little vapor trail, and you can impress all your buddies on the ground with the accuracy of your fire. Just be aware, it's obviously, a cruise missile is quite big, so if you did have troops, say, here, and you tried to call in a missile here, your troops would not be having a good time. So you should be aware of your safety distances, etc. And you can see that missile hit pretty much where I was looking, almost exactly where I was looking, and it destroyed everything around it. So even that vehicle, which was a good few meters from the impact site, was being completely destroyed instantly by the blast. It isn't, slightly damaged so that the crew get out. It is burning. So the second target we're going to fire at is this little ammo field thing. So if I release the US controls and I go to the Mark 45, which is the naval gun and control gunner, you'll see that you've now got the improved gunner sight. So you've got a compass at the top. You've got it's all a nice green colour, so you can actually see it no matter what the background is, whether it's the sky, the sea, or the deck, or the land if you're close enough. And then if you use ACE Interact, no, so not Self-Interact, Interact, you've got open the mounted tablet and open the ammo handling interface. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open the mounted tablet. So you've got two apps. App 1 is the firing command interface. This is where you can do a really simple fire mission. You type in the grid, you type in the elevation, what round you want, click calculate solution, and it will tell you all the details here. This isn't the best way to do it. This is really for emergency firing, or if you're just testing and having a play around with the gun. The best thing to do is to set up your gun as a battery. This will enable you to do adjust fires. It will enable you to do different. Basically, it will let you able to walk the fire wherever you want it. And I go through how to do all the setup in a different video. The only thing you've got to make sure is you select NG127, which is the 127mm naval gun. The position for this one is 28431158. The elevation is 12 and the direction it's facing is 180. So save gun and save the battery. Now if we go back to Journey, so this is the target we're going to blow up. So we need to, so I go through my other video. You've got 3 different ways you can call in fire. You can do a polar fire mission where the observer tells the gun where the observer is and then gives them a distance and direction and elevation difference between them and the target. You've got shift where you'll tell them it's 100 meters left of a known point that they've already got in their systems, or you've got grid where you give them a grid and an altitude and let them blow things up. So the grid for this one is 21550 13892 and the elevation is 13. So we go back to the gun, open the mounted tablet, click new fire mission. You've got your grid things there, so you've got your grid things, you've got your thingamabobs, you know what I'm talking about. Types of fire mission. You type in the grid 21550138892, elevation 13, and you click next. And you click next. So you've got different solutions. So this, you've got 5 different solutions. I'm going to select solution 5 just because it has the shortest time of flight, and I'm going to be firing 2 rounds. So the information I need to know is it's charge 5, azimuth 5130, quadrant 147. So to set the round, you do ACE Interact, open ammo handling interface, pick the round from here. So you've got HE, smoke, illume, GPS guided and laser guided. We're just going to do HE guided, so good old fashioned stuff. Fire 2, apply settings and load. Now I go through the different types of fuses etc. in a different video, so again I won't go through it here. Then we need to point the gun in the right direction, so that's 5130. 5130, there we go. And the quadrant was 147, which I blitzed past. And then we're ready to fire, so I'll fire 2 rounds. And you'll see already it's ready to fire again. The naval gun's got a much faster rate of fire than your kind of ground based. And there's the first round impacting on target, and then the second round should be following it in a couple of seconds. There we go, so that's rounds on target. Simple grid fire mission, and that's how you use the naval assets. The naval gun is exactly the same as using any other howitzer, and the VLS, the vertical launch system for the cruise missile, is as simple as typing in a grid and clicking fire. Again, what I really like about these is that it's all done through the UAV terminal, so you can have one person doing all of this. It's going to be really good for those smaller communities, or indeed for larger communities where not as many people are interested in fire support. or if you're just by yourself, you know, don't need no friends, whatevs. That's it for this tutorial. You can see other tutorials. There's a playlist on my channel, so if you just click on my channel, scroll down a little bit, there's a playlist called ITC Land Tutorials, where I go through, I've got a much longer tutorial which I go through all the kind of how to use a howitzer, and the basic gun system and the battery control system, and various ITC Air videos. There'll be more ITC Air videos coming in when I learn how to do more of ITC Air, because it's all quite complicated. As always, thank you very much for watching. You know, like and subscribe and all that shiz. Bye.